Monarchs, if you have not watched the first two videos for lesson 5.1 day 2, please go back and do that now because we completed the first part of the notes. Okay, so we're going to keep on going. We have a couple questions to answer. It says, how do we graph a line? We graph a line by connecting points. Okay. By connecting points on a graph. And then it says, how many points do we need to graph a line? We only need 2 points. So we only need 2 points to graph a line. Okay. If we have 2 points, we can draw a line through those 2 points, and that would be our line, right? Okay. So this one's going to be a little bit more tricky. It says, find the solutions of the equation y equals negative 3/4 x plus 2. Okay. So for this problem, when we're thinking about choosing x's with the values we want for our x, we're going to do a little bit bigger. So we're going to do -4, okay, 0, and 4. And we did those bigger because I just wanted a wider range. And look, we always do a -0 and a positive. And again, we had -0 and a positive. Okay, so our equation for this is actually y equals, it's right here. See where I'm getting this from? -3/4 x plus 2. Okay, and then when we plug in our x value here, we'll find out what our y value is, and then we can go ahead and graph this on the graph. Okay, so the first equation I'll be solving is y equals -3/4. And in parentheses, I'm not going to put x. I know what my x value is. It's going to be -4. Okay, -4. And then I have plus 2. Okay, and that will equal. I would do this in your calculator if I was you guys, just because it's a fraction. Fractions can get a little difficult. But if I did -3/4 times -4, I would get a +3. +3 plus 2 would be 5. So my y value would then be 5. Okay, so my ordered pair would be -4, 5. Okay, that's my first ordered pair. Now we're going to do it with 0. So I'm going to do y equals -3/4, and then instead of x, remember, I'm going to put in what my x value equals for this, and for this one, we're going to put in 0. So I'm going to have 0, and then remember, plus 2. Okay, and that equals -3/4 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 2 is 2. So my y coordinate would be 2. So now my ordered pair here would be 0, 2. Okay. Now all I have left is 4, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'll do y equals -3/4, and then I'm going to do my parentheses, and inside the parentheses, I'm not going to put x. I already know what my x is. Here I'm going to plug in 4 for x. See how it lines up under x? I'm going to plug in my 4 for x. Okay, so I plug in a 4, and then I end my equation with my plus 2. Okay, and that equals, if I did -3/4 times 4, I would get a -3. So I get -3, and -3 plus 2 will give me a -1. Okay, so my last ordered pair would then be 4, -1. Okay. Now I'm not done yet. I still have to graph it. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just graph these points right now. Okay, so my first point is going to be -4, 5. So I'm going to go to -4 on my x-axis. That's right here. And then I go up 5 on my y, and that's going to be right at this point right there. Okay, that is -4, 5. Now I have 0, 2. Remember, when my x is 0, I don't go anywhere on the x-axis. I stay right on the line, but I go up 2. Okay, because that's 2 on the y-axis. And then my next coordinate is 4, -1. So I go to 4 on the x-axis, and since it's negative on the y, I go down to -1. So those are my 3 points. And now what I should do is have a straight edge, but like I said, I do not have a straight edge super handy. So I'm just going to go ahead and connect these dots. Okay, so I just draw my line straight through the dots. And as you can see, that's why we use a straight edge. I was off, right? So that is a rough line. It should be straight, but that is what your line should look like for the equation of y equals -3/4 x plus 2. Okay, so there's a back on this notes. Okay, it's a try it equation. It's a try it equation. So if you could take the time to go ahead and try it right now, the next video will go over it, and we will do this one at the bottom as well. Okay, so there'll be one more video for the notes, and then we'll have a homework help video for you as well. Okay, so stay tuned for those.